Hi all, my name is Catherine Palumbo and I'm the virtual content specialist for kindergarten ELA. I've already started making asynchronous videos for your kindergarteners, and that's primarily where I'll keep my focus, but I did want to go through Flipgrid today because it's something that I'm using a lot in my videos. At the end of my lessons, I'll often say, okay, now it's your turn. Please follow the link that your teacher provides to your Flipgrid lesson and finish your work there. So I wanted to go through it so that you know how to use it and know how to get it started if you're unclear or unsure about it. This way, you have the link for my video lesson, the link for Flipgrid, and you're done, you're set, and you can collect all of your students' work that way. So let me open Flipgrid here. So here's the main page. I'm going to click that educator login. Now, I've already logged in with my DOE email at schools.nyc.gov, all of those same credentials. Now, so it will take me right to my main page. Now, when you log in, if you've never done this before, you will have to sign in using that. But it's real simple, all the same login stuff, and it will bring you right there. So educator login. Here we are. So I have a group down here that I'll be using to kind of show you what the assignments look like. But I did want to go through how to create a group. So a group is your class, right? This is where you'll be posting your assignments. All the links for your assignments will live here. And this is kind of like your classroom page or Google Classroom page, but on Flipgrid. So first and foremost, of course, we'll put a name. And you'll notice there's a join code here. If for whatever reason your families need some support or need to like relog in on a different device, this is the code that they'll use. So you can just easily copy that and send that over. Now, in terms of getting our students in here, we've got a couple of different options. I found it easiest to use Google Classroom because I have my whole class roster on there. And it does allow me to take my whole class roster from Google Classroom and get them logged onto here. I think that's the simplest way to do it. Nice and easy, nice and fast. So I'm going to click on Google Classroom. You'll notice there I am logged in already. And now it's letting me select a class. So that's my class on Google. Click it. You're ready to have your group set. Now, a couple of things. You want to make sure that this is active. If you make it hidden, it's like it's no longer in use. So you want to make sure that it's active so that your students can use it. Your choice about email notifications or anything of that nature, if that's really important to you in terms of them following through with their work, that might be something you want to turn on. And then you can add an image, make it fancy if you'd like. Create group, here we go. All right, our group's ready. So now I will show you how all of our students are already in there, but you can share this link. You can share this link with your students so that they go into it and get started with their work. So I might post this on Google Classroom right down here, or even you could send it on Remind if that's something your school uses. Super easy. Okay, so before we go into how to make the topic, which you will need for those asynchronous lessons, I just wanted to scroll down and show you here students. So you'll notice that all of my students are already on here. And if you are in a situation where your roster is changing a whole lot, I know that's been happening this year, you can go ahead and just sync your roster whenever that happens, and it will add anybody or take anybody off. Any changes that have been made, it will handle that for you. You just got to make sure you click that. If you need to block a student for whatever reason, you have that over here for actions. I don't see that as a thing that needs to happen in kindergarten, I hope. So here we are. So that's where all of your students live, and it will tell you the last video they made and the last time you've assessed it and all of that. Over to topics. Here we go. So you're going to want to make a topic as an assignment. The wording's a little bit different, but it all means the same thing, right? So we're going to add a topic. And then here you'll want to write whatever lesson it is that I've done. You're going to want to name it a similar thing just so that they know. So I would do narrative writing 1. That was the first assignment I did asynchronously. And then the prompt, what I would do here is check at the end of the videos what prompt I gave them. This way you could just simply add in whatever prompt I'm giving them right here so they know what they're answering. Of course, feel free to put in your own words or whatever works best for you and your students, but that might just be an easy way to finish the assignment real quick. So our first assignment was talk about a time you did not quit or give up. Great. So After that, you can add any other kinds of media. You could add that YouTube link if you want of the actual lesson. That might be a very helpful way to connect the two. Passwords are optional. I have not used them. I find that it's a little bit harder for the families and students to get in. It's just an extra step that they don't really need. And you can choose how long they record. So if you want this big long video, by all means, go for it. If you need for it to be a bit shorter, that's okay too. You can choose that right there. I'm going to leave it as is for now because it's a short topic, but it might be something you want to extend as the lessons go on and as they get longer. Okay, create topic. Now your topic's ready. So again, you can copy this link, and I did want to show you exactly what this link looks like when it's sent to someone. So let me show you what that link looks like when we share it. So here we are, we're sharing. I'm going to copy that so we can see. So this is where it will lead your students. If you share this link, this is where it will lead your students. Now, again, they can join with Google. Once they do it once, they're all set. It's not going to keep asking them to do it. So they can join with Google. Now, when they're in the actual piece like this is what it's going to look like, right? So once they get that link, it's going to send them right to their narrative writing. And now they're ready to record. They record a response, and then the rest is done. So I did want to show you what it looks like when you have a response so that you know. So once you have a response, it will tell you right here at the bottom, one response, perfect. I'm going to click into it. Now I made my own response. It's not an assignment I gave my students just yet, but this is how it will look right here at the bottom. So you click right into it and it will play right away. So that will play for you, and you can watch your students and you can comment on it, which is really fun, and do all sorts of things. You can even share it. So if they make this great video and you want to share it on Remind with some of the families, that's a great way to do it. I hope that this was a little bit helpful in terms of getting settled with Flipgrid. Again, it is something I'm using. So you're going to want to make those topics or those assignments for every one of those asynchronous lessons if I've said to do so at the end. This way, again, your students watch the video, click into the Flipgrid, hand in the work, and it's all set for you. It's a very simple program to use. Play around with it, and I'm sure it will feel nice and easy. Good luck.